Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Gundam Build Divers on episode 13. Now, you guys might be wondering right now, like, why are you doing this very early now? I mean, you used to do it around like maybe 8 to 9. Yeah, that will mostly be true. But right now, like, I got some other things to take care of, and due to the fact of an update in my schedule, I decided to try to take care of this around like, wake up around 5:30 and then just watch this thing and then just recap it. Don't be surprised if this recap becomes way too vague or a little bit too short because the way how it was. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Riku and the others did not attend the victory party apparently due to the fact of what's been going on, especially with Ayame-san. Not to mention, the champion along with his friend has been wondering about like Riku's wings that managed to like stop the break decals. But aside from that, they decided to like make it. They decided that it was just a mystery for the time being, and they do know this though, that the break decal, that an update against the break decals will be stopped, and then nothing will cause any harm again. That was a pretty good thing. Aside from that, we have to it that Riku and the champion does talk about what to do because some players are not too happy with having to use the break decals, and of course Ayame-san is really upset knowing that she is the cause of the problem, but even though she helped out, she can't forgive herself for what she's done. And we see to it that later after that time, his talk with the champion, he ends up talking to someone that gives him a message like, "I'll give you Ayame-san's Gunpla back. You have to go to this location and have three conditions. One, you tell no one of this. Two, you will like bring the gunpla you built, and then three, I forgot the other thing, but one thing was sure is like whatever the case may be." Eventually, Riku does go to the location and meets a person named Tsukasa Shiba, and later on he ends up showing him the GPD gunpla dual mechanism that's like similar to Gundam to the GBN world, but this one is like what you have to do is like put your gunpla inside, and this time the moment you start fighting with it, it will be irreparably damaged. Like pretty much like you won't be able to, like, you're gonna have to make some repairs, or the damage you take the moment you take a duel on someone else will have a major side effect. So pretty much it's like this. It's like GBN, but this time your gunpla will take real damage. And therefore, him and Riku decides to fight each other, and apparently Riku seems to be somewhat a little bit on par with him, but eventually ends up being overwhelmed by the person's skills, Tsukasa. But eventually, after making several insults about GBN World and how much like you guys are just frauds, this pushed Riku to become a little bit more angry than usual, and ends up managing to like use the last bit of his own spirit or will and push his gunpla to its max to like take out Shiba's gunpla, and it says it's Riku's victory, which I think is player 2, which I go like, really? I think it should have been a tie, honestly. But I guess like in terms of this show, it can't be helped, honestly. Really pathetic. But not trying to be very insulting, but just saying, because Shiba just cut off the guy's head, and then like I don't know how is it that Riku managed to have like a victory. Well, I believe it should have been a tie, but who knows. Aside from that, Riku does struggle a bit, but eventually achieved victory in the end, just in between that fight. And pretty much this guy said like pretty much Riku knows that this guy loves Gunpla very much, and he loves the battle as well, so he should stop insulting, stop hating people or hurting people over it, this thing. And we have to it, of course, like Koichi knows Tsukasa very well, and I think it's because they've been on the same team. Of course, Tsukasa tries to help him out and tries to convince him not to try to like come to the GBN world, but the actions of what Tsukasa did says otherwise. So, as promised, he returns Ayame-san's gunpla, but he gives it to Koji and Sue, which apparently was part of the place where part of the team of the freaking like little miniature Gundam divers or something. Of course, they show up where Ayame-san was at, and that's the house where her former team was at. They show up, show it to Ayame, and Ayame was very happy and realizes that her teammates did it for her, And therefore, Koji and Sue realizes that Ayame actually has some new teammates, and she explains that, yep, they're my teammates or nakama, etc. Preview next episode. It looks like Riku's gonna build a new machine, which is a nice thing because this is where like guess his gunpla it says like will be a little bit beyond repair, so we're gonna have to like fix it up a bit. So yeah, pretty much simple episode. Don't be surprised. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Right? Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.